Did you know that real estate has seasons? And throughout the year, there's a really good time to sell and there's not so good times to sell. And the absolute best time to sell your home is spring. But why? Why is spring considered the best time in Denver, Colorado to sell your home? And how can you take advantage of this time to make the most amount of money? Hi YouTube, I am Kareem Howard, a licensed realtor at Gerlach Homes. If you're looking to buy or sell anywhere in Denver, Colorado, right now is the perfect time to make your move. I take a very personalized approach to make sure you understand every single step of the process. Whether it's your first time buying, your first time selling, or you're a seasoned veteran, I will make sure that you feel informed and happy about every single step of the way. Now, if you are interested, all of my contact information will be down in the description, along with some valuable resources that you can use to make your life a little bit easier. Now, without further ado, let's talk about how to sell your home in springtime to make the most amount of money. One of the very first terms you learn in business is supply and demand. And think about real estate as selling your home as the supply, and the buyers looking for homes is the demand. Now, the reason springtime is considered one of the best times to sell your home for the most amount of money because that is when most buyers want to look. Just think about it. We're coming off of winter, it's really snowy, so the weather's getting a lot warmer. And when it's warmer, people want to start looking at houses, they want to start moving. Now, another big impact, which you probably don't think about, is kids are on spring break. And a lot of families want to move when it's convenient for the family. When the kids can move, they don't have to worry about school. You can take a little bit of time off. This is the best time to move your family. So what can you do right now to position yourself above all of the other people selling their homes? Now, something very important before I even get into some of the essential steps is you want to know your market stats. You want to know what is happening in real estate. And the best way to know about this is to watch market update videos. And the good news is I'm not going to put any of that in this video, but every single month for the past year, I've made a market update. I will put a playlist down in the description or also throw it up in here in the video. But whatever month you are watching this video, I will have updated market stats that you can use in order to take advantage of the current market. Now, step one of my 3-step process is you want to start by preparing your home. Now, this is one of the most simple things to do, and I'm going to tell you this, and you're going to be like, Kareem, this is common sense. Why are you putting this in the video? But you would be surprised by how many homes I see on a weekly to monthly basis that are not clean. You're gonna want to clean your house. Now, when I say clean, I'm not saying you just start wiping it down like you're cleaning on a normal Saturday, Sunday. No, you're gonna want to do a full deep clean of your house. Things that you probably haven't cleaned since you moved in. You're gonna clean the oven. You're gonna clean all of your appliances. You wanna do a deep clean on the carpet, hit the ceilings, get the dust, clean the baseboards, every single inch of your house. Now, the easiest way to do this is to just hire professional cleaners and say that you want a deep, move out ready clean. And these cleaners will clean things that you never even thought to clean. And one of the very most important things that you're gonna wanna clean is your windows or any reflective surfaces. Because when you come in to take photos, when buyers are looking through your house, all of these things matter in order to make your house look as appealing as possible. Now, before you start this deep clean, you should definitely declutter the whole house. The easiest way to think about this is think about IKEA. Have you ever seen an IKEA showroom? The showrooms, everything is placed intentionally. There's decorations, everything looks nice. That's the best example of what you want your house to look like. If you're a hoarder and you have a lot of boxes and knickknacks and just random things out, just find a place where you can put it away, maybe the garage, maybe storage, things like that. Just try to take as many things out as possible and just have essentials that'll look good. You can keep the couch, you can keep the TV stand, nightstands, all of that stuff, but anything that looks a little messy, you should just try to get out of the way. While we're on the topic of decluttering, another thing that you can do to make your home look as best as possible is a little bit of touch-up paint. If you have a lot of like scratches, random holes in the wall, things like that, touching up those things makes your home look so much better. Now, in some cases, some people have to leave their home before they even put it on the market. You know, it's vacant, there's no furniture, it's an empty house. And in cases like this, I highly suggest that you stage the home. You can pay stagers to put furniture to make it look like people live there. And the reason you want to put furniture and make it look like you live there is because it makes people kind of envision living there, and it makes it look a little bit more valuable in the buyer's eyes. When you're showing a vacant property or you're looking through something that's completely empty, it's hard to really think like, what is it like if I were to live here? And it kind of makes it look a little less appealing. You might get a little less offers, you might get less attraction. So staging is always a good option. Now, step 2 is very, very important. Matter of fact, every single step in this video is very important. But pay close attention to step 2. Let's talk about pricing. The number one mistake I see when people list their homes, especially for sale by owners, is it's not priced right. And a situation I see most often is like this. Let's say your neighbor Billy down the street sold his home for $800,000. And so you saw that sell, you saw him put the sign in, and you're like, I want minimum $800,000 to sell my home. But what you don't know is your neighbor Billy down the street fully remodeled the whole home, kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, the whole 9 yards. And so his home is in a lot better condition than yours, who maybe you updated the bathrooms, but you've kept everything pretty original from when you bought the home. So them selling for $800,000 gives you a good baseline, but that does not mean that you can list your home for $800,000. You have to list it based on the condition of your house. The number 2 mistake I see is people go on Zillow and they find their Zestimate. Do not get me started on Zestimate. To make a long story short, Zestimate is like a calculator. It's very number driven. They see numbers, they see data, and they use all of this data, they pull it, and they give you an estimate on the value of your home. And you gotta it's an estimate, right? You cannot use this as a firm price to list your house. Just like the very first example, when you're listing your home, it's not all numbers, it's not all data. You have to think about the condition of your home. Have you remodeled anything? Have you added extra bedrooms? Have you done some things that might drive the value of your home up? Or have you just kept everything the same? It really all depends. It's all situational. This is why you just can't use data-driven calculators. Now, the best way to know accurate pricing is you contact a real estate agent like me and you just set up an appointment. Now, down in the description, I have a link to a Google form where you can fill out information about your house, tell me about the condition, and I can give you a pretty accurate estimate on what your home would sell for in this current market. Whether you're watching this in the beginning of the year or the end of the year, I will give you real information on what your home will sell for. Now, something I do want to mention that I'm not even going to get into the woods about, because this could be its own separate video, is you can get really deep into pricing strategies. And what I mean by that is you can price your home low to potentially get into multiple offer situations, or you can price it just right to get that just right offer. But the one thing you never want to do is overprice your home. Now, step 3, this is the final step to making sure your home sells for the most amount of money. You can do step 1, you can do step 2 perfectly. You can hit it out of the park and have the best home, have it staged, have it looking good, you have the perfect price. But if you don't do step 3 right, you're gonna go nowhere. Let's talk about marketing. Now, before I explain this, let me tell you a quick story. Literally 2 weeks ago, I met with a seller who wants to sell her home for $1 million. And the reason she even got that $1 million price point is because she saw on Zillow that her home could sell for about $950,000 to $1 million. So she's like, I want the top end, let me sell it for $1 million. But the reason this is crazy is because her marketing strategy was awful. She's gonna be listing the home by herself, which I'm fine with. I'm fine if you really try to list your home by yourself, because I do think you can do it. It's a little bit harder. But her whole marketing strategy is she went to King Soopers, she bought a sign that says for sale by owner, she wrote her phone number on it, and then she stuck it in her yard. That was it. She's not online. She doesn't have any advertisements. She didn't even put the price on the sign. All it is a for sale sign in the front yard and a phone number. The problem with this is the whole point of marketing and advertising is you want to reach the widest amount of people as possible. And with the little sign in your yard, you're going to be reaching the people that cross the neighborhood. But how often are people looking for these for sale signs if you're looking for a house? You got to put all of the advertising where the people start looking. And every single person that I talk to who starts looking for a home starts online. So this is how you should think about marketing your home. The best way to get the best price and the most amount of money is you want the most buyers. You get the most buyers, and then you get those buyers, you convert it into showings. And then you get a lot of showings, you convert those showings into offers. And the more offers you get on your home, the higher that price gets, because you want to get into a multiple offer situation. So we start from ground one. How do we get the most buyers to even look at your home? The best way to do this is you got to start with photography, and not just any iPhone photography, professional photography. The reason you want a professional photographer and you don't want to just take photos yourself is because you want absolutely stunning photos of your house. You want to make it look as good as possible. And if you followed the other steps, you already did everything to make sure that these photos look spectacular, right? And so when you have a professional photographer, not only are they going to take photos that your phone cannot even begin to try to capture, but they also edit those photos to make sure everything looks as good and as clean as possible. And when you have nice looking photos, you can use this for all of your advertising. It is the baseline for your advertising. Something I absolutely hate seeing, and if you ever meet with a real estate agent and they say they don't hire a professional photographer, just run away, because that just shows they're not putting in real work into marketing. If you're not paying for professional photography, what are you even hiring them for? Let's say you hire me, for example. We met, I tell you pricing, I tell you exactly what you should do, if there's any improvements you should make to the house, I tell you my whole marketing plan, I conduct the marketing plan, I pay for all of the marketing. It's just something that you really can't do on your own, and it is the easiest way to sell your home for the most amount of money. To summarize this whole video, step 1, you want to prepare your home, make it look as clean, as nice and neat as possible for buyers to go through and have a great showing experience. Step 2, you want to price your home right. You can price it low, you can price it right, but do not overprice your home. In step 3, you want to have a nice, an outlined, tried and true marketing plan to make sure your home gets in front of as many people as possible. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in having a one-on-one personal consultation with me on how I would sell your home for top dollar, I will put all of my contact information down in the description, and you can reach out in whichever way you see fit. And while you're down there, I will also have some valuable resources for you that you can use to make your life a little bit easier. I'm Kareem Howard, a licensed realtor at Gerlach Homes, and I'll see you guys in the next video.